اكسلنت هاني، عقبال الدكتوره غاده بقى ان شاء الله.
Good evening, everybody. Greeting for the chairperson, moderators, and the audience. Thanks for the selection of this game-changing trial. I'm honored to present the smartphone-based screening for atrial fibrillation. As we know, atrial fibrillation has a lot of screening observational trial before, like Huawei, like Apple Watch, and everything like that, but nothing of them was randomized and controlled. But in this APRAVE trial, it is atrial fibrillation screening by using smartphone to detect and to treat the AF. To cut everything in the rationale, the photoplasmography in the old smartphone, by putting your finger, it may vibrate by changing the pulse, and this vibration may be detecting arrhythmia, and this arrhythmia may be, some of them is AF. All of us oriented by many apps, which is in the smartphone, and smartphone now present everywhere. However, those studies are not randomized, and selected participant, it is according you want to participate or not. But the objective of this trial is to be, first, it is screening, and attached to it the action, which is a treatment. Despite the group for screening only, but they send this result to the treating physician to take the action. So it is a comparison and head-to-head between the technology and between the routine work which we are doing in monitoring our patient with AF. The study design was initiated by sending a letter to the policymaker and to the insurance company, which is written the rationale and the benefit of everything. And it was randomized and sightless. The patient, you didn't see the patient in real life. You see it virtual all the time through the app. And it is a remote recruitment and remote measurement. And enrollment was between February to July 2020. The design by sending mail to all the participants, which is 67 plus thousands, and the approval was only by 50,000 plus, who agree to participate in this study. From this group, they start to installate a first application, which is carrying a questionnaire to know is it this group is eligible or not eligible. And if they are eligible, they go for enrollment. And if enrolled, they put in the second app. The second app is containing the plethysmography to put the measurement for their pulse. This continue for 6 months, and then crossover occur. By putting the finger on the camera of the smartphone for 1 minute for 2 times a day, first 2 weeks, and then 2 times a week for 6 months. And when there is an irregularity detected, they select those patients to sending them by email a letter that they will send them by mail a loop recorder to detect this is change is related to AF or artifact or any type of other arrhythmias. The endpoint with new discovered AF, new need for anticoagulation, stroke, and thromboembolization, and major bleeding, and all the analysis was done to treat this group of patients. And this done by another board, and the diagnosis of AF if we found that more than 60 seconds of AF. The both group, actually it is like each other in aging group, the same age from the 50 plus to 90, with the average age is 65, and 31% of the patients were female. And they found that in the phase 1, in the first 6 months, they found that 38 patients who diagnosed that as AF and need to treat it in the digital form, comparing to 17 in the routine form. And even this proved again, we make crossover, is 33 comparing to 12. The amazing things, despite of they detected a 48 patient with AF, only they treated 37 patients only, and this done completely by their local physician. They found that the patient usually compliant for the instruction, and more than 80% was compliant for this instruction. So this data was accurate data. And they find that all this is regulated by a good form and conducted in correlation with MACE, and they found that it is significantly statistically in new evidence of AF in comparison to presence of MACE. I'll follow up completely through the app form, and if the patient not answers the questionnaire by the telephone call, and from the insurance report, so all the follow-up is 100% clean. The limitation was that it is not wearable every time, so it is just you need to put your finger in the print. Sometimes there is overutilization. There is some patients which give more than 1,000 reading, and the other give 50 readings, so the discrepancy is very wide, and it is not suitable for all group of patients. It is suitable if you have insurance system and all the data is present. So it is fitting some and not fitting the other, and also increase awareness of AF due to the study participant is usually favored to the usual care. Most of the patients like to go to the doctor to do the follow-up, not like the others which preferring the virtual follow-up. The conclusion, this study is a scalable type of digital evaluation for AF, which is need to treatment. The finding of the study most likely generalized because actually the smartphone is present everywhere and easy to manipulate it. Digitally detected ECG confirmed by the AF through the loop recorder is something better as a biomarker for the endpoint.
Dear doctor, your time is up.
May be needed to know the value of this maneuver. Thank you. One of the things I was astonished, from the inclusion criteria they selected according to the Shad-Vask score. According to Shad-Vask score, equal or more than 1 in male and female 2. Despite of that, from 40 plus patients only they treated a 37, despite they all eligible for anticoagulation. And to me, this was strange. Why they downgrade the treatment? And I found that the same problem in Germany like in Egypt. Some of the primary physicians didn't follow the guideline and didn't prescribe a suitable drug for the patient. And this is one of the astonished things to me in this trial.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Ghada. Excellent presentation. And يعني دخلنا دلوقتي في عصر السمارت فونز وبنتكلم دلوقتي على artificial intelligence and medicine وin cardiology. في مايو كلينيك عملوا يعني كذا محاضرة عنها. I think إن ده هيكون في الفيوتشر more and more. Thank you very much, Dr. Ghada.
For game changing, the future should have the law which approved this future step. Till now, I cannot prescribe a medication through the cyclist without interference direct. Even the e-consent, it is not approved here. So we need to change the game here to be ready for a study like that in the future.
شكرا دكتورة غادة. شكرا.